The way that we experience time is evolving, it is changing. Have you noticed that time feels more fluid? It feels more malleable. It's moving quicker. Or perhaps you've had experiences where the rate of time passing seems to vary. There may be experiences that you have where time goes so quickly you don't even realize hours have passed by and the whole day has gone. Or there may be other times where it feels like it's much slower, much denser, and the hands on the clock are ticking by slowly. You're watching it and it's dragging out. So time is evolving. Our experience of time is evolving as a part of the evolution in consciousness that the planet and humanity is currently going through. So it's actually our awareness, our perception of time, which is shifting, which is a symptom of the nature of our ascension process, our shifting in consciousness. And as we start to perceive time from a new dimension, a new layer of frequency, of vibration, of energy, time starts to become more malleable. It's something that is showing itself as being an illusion. In the third dimension, time is experienced in a fixed, concrete, linear fashion. You have a fixed past, and it feels like it's passing at a pretty fixed rate. And that's the way that people interpret the nature of reality, that time is a constant thing passing by. However, as you shift and you evolve and you ascend into the fourth dimension of consciousness, time starts to become something where you're dancing between the experience of being in linear time whilst also having experiences of timelessness. Now, timelessness is the experience of being so deeply embedded into the now moment, into the presence of the moment of each passing experience, that there is the loss of this sense of this consecutive linear nature of time. And instead, you're just lost in this swirling experience of the eternal now. So let's understand, what importance does this have on how is this affecting our reality, and what do we do with this information that our experience of time is changing, and it's a sign that we are changing. It's happening because of our evolution. What I want to explain to you today is something about the time fields. So from a higher dimensional perspective, from another layer of reality, you can observe fields of time. Now, these might be referred to as looking at the different timelines, different possibilities of both past and future. So this is a shift from thinking that the past is fixed or concrete, or the experiences that you have are finite, to actually starting to understand that the past is also malleable. We have the ability to go back in time to visit the experiences and the moments that we experienced in the past, and we can transmute and change and heal those experiences so that the scene or the emotion or the memory that we have actually can be healed. It can be transformed into something more positive, more loving than the moments of pain or suffering that perhaps we had remembered. And the importance of this is understanding that where time is an illusion and we're moving through consecutive moments, consecutive now moments, it operates very much like how an old cartoon could be recorded, where every single still image of the cartoon would be drawn out. And then by flicking very quickly between the still images, it would give the experience or the sensation of movement, when in fact there was no change. Each moment of the scene was actually fixed. And so that's really the experience that we're having. We're moving through now moments that are seemingly fixed, but it's us who's passing through time. And with this understanding of the past being almost like those cartoon images that we had moved through, what we can do is we can go back to them and we can shift them, we can change them. And what that does is shifts and changes our energy levels and our level of consciousness that we're holding here in the now moment. Because the pain and the trauma and the belief systems that are separating us from the divine, that are causing us suffering in the now moment, are a result of past experiences that we had where we allowed our perception to move out of alignment with love. So every time we have a memory that was painful, what we're actually being asked to do, we're being invited to do, is to go back to that memory and see it from a new perspective, understanding what was it that actually occurred? What is the truth of this scenario? How did I really feel? What emotion here have I got that I haven't yet fully expressed out of me? And by restoring the memory of the past experiences and the emotional energy field that we're holding, we can actually transmute the ties that we have into the past, where there are fragments of our consciousness that have been frozen in time and frozen in pain. And that pain is something that we haven't realized that we're moving through life carrying now. So this is the key thing to understand. The past is malleable and it can be changed. Just because you have a memory of something that you experienced doesn't mean it has to be that way. And the opportunity of transmuting the energy and transmuting the emotion will change in really powerful and tangible ways the way that you see, feel, and experience your reality in the now. But there's something actually more profound, even beyond that, that happens. Because it's this pain burden, this pain body from the past that we haven't realized that we've been carrying, that is actually being used in our energy field to build our future timelines as well. So if you imagine you have a timeline and the point of where you are in your now moment is the here and now, you have a range, a broad spectrum of infinite many possibilities into the future of different choice points, almost like a probability tree that you would see in maths. And all of those different choice points will lead you down different paths into the future, into different future experiences and different future versions of you. As we understand that the energy that we're holding in the now moment is what is being projected out into our reality, it's being made physical to reflect back to us what it is that we're holding. So the pattern that we're actually experiencing is all of the unresolved pain from our past is being projected out into our physical reality to inform us of its presence, asking us to heal it, asking us to go there to release the blocked pain and realign back into the vision of love, which is back into the perception of the Christ that you are, the divine consciousness, the divine essence of who you are. So this is the time mechanism of understanding that by healing the pain of your past, you actually change and alter the field of timelines that you are moving into. You rewrite your future. The future opportunities, paths, the future versions of you that you are going to experience are all being manifested by your consciousness based on what energy you hold here and now. This is the power of healing yourself. This is the power of realizing that every now moment is an opportunity to transmute things from the past, which alters and rewrites the future timelines that you are moving into. As you progressively release the distortions and anchor in more of the loving energy of the divine into your field, into your energy field, into your consciousness, the future timelines that you create for yourself will be increasingly loving, increasingly more joyful. There will be more synchronicities, more good, positive luck. You will be drawn to connect with other members of soul family or souls that you have known through incarnations that you're meant to be drawn together, your community, your tribe. So it will almost be like the universe will start to conspire to support you. The universe will start to conspire to help you, to lift you, by bringing you the projection of the healed you. But the only way that we can get that, the only way that we can change those future timelines, is by using the ever-present now moment to alter the past. We have to go back into the past, heal the alignment, the misaligned energies, back into divine alignment, back into love. And that alters the future that we will experience. Now, this is so powerful, but not just on a individual personal level. You know, you can project this into just your lifetime and understanding, wow, like if my future dreams are able to come to me and I'm going to do it with so much more ease and so much more grace, like, wow, that is beautiful. That is miraculous. But then imagine what it will be like when groups of people start to do this, and groups of people start gathering and rewriting the collective fields of the future. We live in a collective consciousness, a collective reality. So the state of the world that we live in is an accumulation. It's an aggregation. How do you say that? The aggregate of all of our energies together. And as we come together and build momentum as a collective, as a species, and choose, using our free will and using our intention, what kind of future it is that we want to experience, then the world that we find that we exist in will resemble something so different than the world that we have known. It will resemble something so different than the past that we have been told about. There will be an exponential explosion of growth and change that will be something beyond anything that you've ever dreamed was possible. This is the future that we are walking into. Having the spiritual tools, the spiritual technology, the spiritual awareness of understanding, using the multidimensional understanding of reality and of your consciousness, the multidimensional nature of your awareness, of your perception, to rewrite the very future that we are walking into.